Another day of a year in miracles. Today we are on A Course in Miracles workbook lesson 195. And today's lesson is Love is the way I walk in gratitude. Gratitude is a lesson hard to learn for those who look upon the world amiss. The most they can do is see themselves as better off than others. And they try to be content because another seems to suffer more than they. How pitiful and depreciating are such thoughts. For who has cause for thanks while others have less cause? And who could suffer less because he sees another suffer more? Your gratitude is due to him alone who made all cause of sorrow disappear throughout the world. It is insane to offer thanks because of suffering. But it is equally insane to fail in gratitude to one who offers you the certain means whereby all pain is healed and suffering replaced with laughter and happiness. Nor could the even partly sane refuse to take the steps which he directs and follow in the way he sets before them to escape a prison that they thought contained no door to the deliverance they now perceive. Your brother is your enemy because you see in him the rival for your peace, a plunderer who takes his joy from you and leaves you nothing but a black despair, so bitter and relentless that there is no hope remaining. Now is vengeance all there is to wish for. Now can you but try to bring him down to lie in death with you, as useless as yourself, as little left within his grasping fingers as in your own. You do not offer God your gratitude because your brother is more slave than you, nor could you sanely be enraged if he seems freer. Love makes no comparisons, and gratitude can only be sincere if it be joined to love. We offer thanks to God our Father that in us all things will find their freedom. It will never be that some are lucid while others are still bound. For who can bargain in the name of love? Therefore, give thanks, but in sincerity. And let your gratitude make room for all who escape with you, the sick, the weak, the needy and afraid, and those who mourn a seeming loss or feel apparent pain, who suffer cold or hunger, or who walk the way of hatred and the path of death. All these go with you. Let us not compare ourselves with them, for thus we split them off from our awareness of the unity we share with them, as they must share with us. We thank our Father for one thing alone, that we are separate from no living thing, and therefore one with him. And we rejoice that no exceptions can ever be made, which would reduce our wholeness, nor impair or change our function to complete the one who is himself completion. We give thanks for every living thing, for otherwise we offer thanks for nothing, and we fail to recognize the gifts of God to us. Then let our brothers lean their tired heads against our shoulders as they rest a while. We offer thanks to them. For if we can direct them to the peace that we would find, the way is open at last to us. An ancient door is swinging free again. A long forgotten word re-echoes in our memory and gathers clarity as we are willing once again to hear. Walk then in gratitude, the way of love. For hatred is forgotten when we lay comparisons aside. What more remains as obstacles to peace? The fear of God is now undone at last, and we forgive without comparing. Thus, we cannot choose to overlook some things and yet retain some other things still locked away as sins. When your forgiveness is complete, you will have total gratitude, for you will see that everything has earned the right to love by being loving, even as yourself. Today we learn to think of gratitude in place of anger, malice, and revenge. We have been given everything. If we refuse to recognize it, we are not entitled, therefore, to our bitterness and to a self-perception which regards us in a place of merciless pursuit, where we are badgered ceaselessly and pushing about without a thought or care for us or for our future. Gratitude becomes the single thought we substitute for these insane perceptions. God has cared for us and calls us son. Can there be more than this? Our gratitude will pave the way to him and shorten our learning time by more than you could ever dream of. Gratitude goes hand in hand with love, and where one is, the other must be found. For gratitude is but an aspect of the love which is the source of all creation. God gives thanks to you, his son, for being what you are, his own completion and the source of love along with him. Your gratitude to him is one with his to you. For love can walk no road except the way of gratitude, and thus we go who walk the way to God. And that's it. That is our lesson for today, Course in Miracles, Workbook Lesson 195. And it's talking about gratitude today, right? The love is the way I walk in gratitude. And gratitude is such a powerful, powerful attribute. It's actually one of the main things I have in my toolbox. So I keep this toolbox, which is kind of in my mind and also written on several pads of paper and notes. And when you get into that place of fear and you feel like it's just so hard to get out of that place of fear and forgiveness, right? Because when we are feeling like someone has done something wrong to us and we're like certain that, they're holding us a prisoner, we are holding them a prisoner in return, right? By holding vengeance against them. How do you detach from fear, right? How do you do that? It's a good question, because once we've chosen fear, we don't see love as an option. And a quick way to get to that and to let go of that fear is gratitude. And it doesn't have to necessarily be gratitude for that situation because you're already tied to fear in that situation, but gratitude for anything. I remember there were days that I would wake up in so much fear and anxiety, whether it was because of a relationship that was going on in my life or something that was going on with my children, or maybe, something about my finances, right? Because that was always a huge fear of mine, trying to figure out how I was going to do all these things and all these obligations and raising my family and paying for everything that I had. And, it all depended on my business and the money. And I would wake up with all this fear and anxiety and I'd go, oh my gosh, I don't want to get out of bed, right? I didn't even want to get out of bed. And I would reach for my toolbox and say, okay, before you get out of bed, say 3 things you're grateful for. And I would, whatever it was, my pillow, sometimes it was a cup of coffee, right? Gratitude for that. The sun is shining, and where I'm from, the sun didn't shine very much. So with the days that the sun was shining, I was grateful. And it was just little things, like squirrels that I could see playing outside that would maybe take my attention for a moment and make me laugh. Or maybe the deer in the yard, things like that would make me truly grateful. All of a sudden there was like a little spark of hope and I could feel it. And that's all I needed. Just that little spark to detach from that fear and allow me to now choose love. So gratitude is like such a great bridge in order to let go of fear and choose love. So love is the way I walk in gratitude. Course in Miracles Workbook Lesson 195. So I would love to hear what's in your toolbox, when you get into those moments of fear. What is your go-to? What's in your toolbox? I'd love to find out. So please feel free to share here or over on the private Facebook group if you feel more comfortable sharing over there. But it's great to see all of you here on this wonderful Sunday morning. Good morning, Cheryl. Great to see you here. Hey, Sandy. Nice to see you here this morning. Good morning, Perul. Wonderful to have you join the live feed this morning. Hey, Carl. Nice to see you here. Hi, Michael. Good to see you. Good morning, Vera. Hi, Greg. Good morning, Bonnie. Great to see all of you. Hey, Leslie. Great to see you, my childhood friend. We grew up together on Bennett Avenue, walking to elementary school. Good morning, Carlos. Great to see you. Hi, honey. Nice to see you on the live feed. Good morning, David. Great to see all of you here this morning. Good morning, John. Gratitude and love for all, one with all. Yeah, that's right, Vera. That's wonderful. Good morning, Bill. Nice to see you here on the live feed. Hey, Kim. Good to see you here this morning. Good morning, Gerardo. Nice to see you. Hi, Charles. Grateful. Oh, I'm grateful for you too, Cheryl. Yes, it is a wonderful Sunday. Yeah, I think it's helpful to share personal stories so that you can understand how A Course in Miracles can really affect and change your life and help you to choose love over fear, and even to know you have a choice, right? It took me years to understand that I even had a choice and that I was creating my reality with my thoughts of fear, and that I could change it like that, right? You can change your life with your thoughts. 60,000 thoughts a day you have, right? So if you are thinking the same thoughts today that you were thinking yesterday, your life is probably not going to change very much, right? Because you're kind of stuck in a loop. So make today the first day of the rest of your life by really paying attention to your thoughts and choosing love and choosing gratitude today. Love is the way I walk in gratitude, and see how your life changes, right? So great to see all of you this morning. Good morning, Kimberly. Good to see you. Hey, Claire. Nice to see you here this morning. Enjoy today's lesson in A Course in Miracles, and I will see you here tomorrow morning for our next A Course in Miracles workbook lesson in our year of miracles, right? Because we started January 1st, and we are going to the end of the year. Today is day 195. So I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Thanks again for joining. Always wonderful to see you here on the live feed. Have a great day. Bye, guys.